8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Revelation Communication. If you haven't been following us, we are on episode number 100, and I can see no better way to spend and celebrate this episode than with my family. I'm just looking forward to getting into today, but wanted to just say a few words thanking everybody for all the support since episode number 1 all the way here to this 100th episode. Thank you so much for continuing to tune in, continuing to listen, continuing to support me and my journey that I'm on through this ministry and through Revelation Church, and just for all the prayers and support that I know that I've received, but that my family I know has received from some of y'all as well. So thank you so much for tuning into this 100th episode of Revelation Communication. What a great milestone we're at today. Look forward to celebrating all day long with it. But with that being said, I do want to read some scripture, as I always do, starting Revelation Communication. And it's going to be out of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. And it says this: "This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, no striker, not greedy, of filthy lucre, but patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?" And man, I got to tell you, this is impactful in my own life personally. Obviously, as I've desired to honor the Lord with this position of bishop or of pastor that He's given to me. More importantly to me is to make sure that I rule my own home well, because if my own house isn't ruled well, I certainly can't rule the church of God well. And I have my family beside me, hopefully as a testimony that I'm ruling my house well. I'm not a perfect husband. We don't have a perfect home. But I think I can testify, and everybody here to my right would agree with me, that the Lord is the foundation of this home. And we try to do all things in it to honor Him and glorify Him. With that being said, let me do an introduction if y'all don't know these peeps. To my very right is my mom, Karen. I literally would not be here if it wasn't for her. And so I want to thank my mom for supporting this ministry and helping out over these last couple years. We got Lily next to her. We got Jake next to Lily. We got little Gracie next to Jake, and then next to Grace is my beautiful wife, Leslie. This is a little bit of my family. We have a son in Florida, a daughter in Arizona, grandkids all over the place as well. But this is the core of the Stewart house, at least here in the Coachella Valley. And I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Asia the Pup, of course. Man, I just kind of want to take you through the last couple of years. Episode 1 of Revelation Communication was on August 24th, 2020, almost 2 years ago. I had my very first episode of Revelation Communication. At that time, it was only on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I wasn't doing the video thing yet. It was only audio. But I did 23 episodes on audio and got those posted on those platforms. And then on January 26th of 2021, I came out of the Jurassic era and got video going. And we had our 24th episode on camera and on video, and I was able to post it on YouTube, and that allowed me to kind of expand the ministry and reach different people through the video platform, as well as continued on the audio platform through Spotify and Apple Podcasts. On episode 28, which was February 23rd of 2021, I was joined by my wife Leslie for the first time. Then on episode number 47, July 13th of 2021, over a year ago, Jake and Lily joined me, and we had a great little podcast there. And then on episode number 63, last November 9th of 2021, little sissy down there, Grace, joined me for one of those podcasts. And of course, you guys have heard from my good friends, a handful of times, Ryan Woody and Ralph Haynes. They have joined the platform a couple of times. So is my oldest son, Jonathan, who's in Florida now. But really, it's just been an incredible journey as we've gotten to this 100th episode. And what I wanted to, do today is first acknowledge the people sitting next to me. If it wasn't for my wife, first and foremost, my mom and my kids, I would not be here doing this today. I remember going to my wife over 2 years ago, telling her I think I'm done with a 21-year career in hospitality, and I think I want to start a church. And I had her unfailing support and encouragement and love to start that journey. And here we are, almost 2 years later. September 13th will be the 2-year anniversary of the church. Coming beside me and encouraging me through this, and of course my kids. It's a blessing to be a dad and to have these kids in a home where not only we do church, but also we do family. And of course my mom, you know what they say about moms, you can be the worst kid on earth, and mom's still gonna love you unconditionally. And I've certainly fit that bill once or twice. But I do appreciate you, Mom, for coming beside me and encouraging me and supporting me through this journey as well. What I want to do with episode 100 is just kind of talk about, the impact that maybe it's made on your lives, and having Revelation Church here in our home, and being able to have church here on Wednesdays and on Sundays, and be part of a ministry like Revelation Communication, what it's meant to you, and what you kind of enjoy most about maybe dad being a pastor, or a husband or a son being a pastor. And so I just kind of want to start with the kiddos and see, what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, we've been doing this for almost 2 years. What are some things that you've enjoyed about having church here, and maybe me being a pastor and stuff like that? So Lily, you got any thoughts or anything you want to add to that, other than sheer embarrassment? No one's watching live right now. I'll be able to edit this.
I know this.
Alrighty. What do you think? What's your favorite part of church? Let me just add that. Start with there.
Listening to you preach.
Listening to me preach. All right. I mean, good answer, but that's probably not the first answer that comes to your mind. But thank you. You like having Bible study here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like having your friends come over? Yeah. All right. Jake, you have anything wiser than Lily to speak on?
Yes, very
All right.
much so.
Go ahead.
I like watching people and the church evolve over time. It's like it shows how much people care about church.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite things about church?
You
Me? I don't know about that.
and
man.
God.
How would you say that you've maybe grown a little bit over the last 2 years?
Good question.
This one's hard to explain. I think I've become a better person overall.
Yeah? All right, that's good. That's good. Sissy, what do you like about having church at home?
That wasn't the question she wanted.
What question did you want?
What was your question that you wanted Daddy to ask you?
My kids aren't normally this shy. They're rambunctious and crazy, and oftentimes we need a break from them. I don't know these aren't my kids right now, just FYI.
And they sit here all day.
Yeah, they never sit here this silent, ever. Sissy, what do you want to say about church?
Okay. Can I say what I'm like?
Yes, please, because I was going to get to you next.
You know, I'd shared this with a lady from church last week, but to be able to, I'm getting ready on a Sunday morning and I hear you and Les practicing the hymn you want to do for that day and the music, and it just goes up into my ears and my heart, and it's just sheer joy, that little thing that
Yeah.
I enjoy about Sunday mornings, especially what's going on, the hustle and bustle, no doubt.
Yeah,
Getting
ready for
prepared,
church, yeah.
But it just blesses my soul, that little tiny,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, as a grandma, you know, you kind of want to make sure you're, you know, because you obviously live here with us, and this is your home, and you know, I'm sure it's a blessing to you to, you know, to see your grandkids involved in church ministry and Sunday
Big time
school.
involved.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know,
Yeah.
the help we get from him. And guess what? They have to go to church every weekend.
Yeah. It's
They're
not
up,
optional.
clean, ready. You know, it's pretty cool,
Yeah.
actually, now that we're sitting and talking about the whole thing.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Babe, it's been 2 years.
In 2 years.
A lot has gone on in these last 2 years. A lot has, I mean, from a growth, you know, standpoint, you know, a lot is happening. But, you know, looking back on these 2 years and that day that I came to you, you know, after, you know, work and saying, I think I'm done, you know, and then for you to kind of see how, you know, not only we've grown as a family and as a unit, but how this home has been opened up to people that we never had it opened up before because it is church. And even with me, I mean, what are your thoughts over these last couple of years?
Just watching the number of families that have put their trust in our
Yes.
family,
Yeah.
to become a church family, and to see that we've had to build extra rooms, and we've had to,
Yeah.
you know, just expand to take on mostly children, which has been fantastic. And being
Yeah.
able to minister to them over the weekends has been a lot of work, and yet a huge blessing to see them when the light bulb clicks on and they see, you know, God's love, and being able to show them through lessons and crafts and, you know, sing song and all the other silly little videos that we get to watch.
Right.
But it's been great. It's been great to watch you and to see how much you've had to invest. I don't think you really understood exactly what you were getting into at the beginning, and it's a lot of work. And I don't think people understand how much work it is.
Yeah. It is a lot of work, but it's one of those joys, right?
Right.
We always, I think whatever career you choose to do, you always have that conversation. If you love what you do, you're never going to work a day in your life. And yes, it is a lot of work. But I love doing what I do. It is burdensome work. Obviously I gave up doing that Revelation Communication current events just because it was just an emotional and mental and really spiritual toll on me. But the Lord has really kind of been able to add things and take away things that I think He's done over the last couple of years to just fine tune the ministry and the church. From a home perspective, obviously we're on the side of our house where we do church every Sunday morning. Giving up part of your home to twice a week to church.
Right.
What are your thoughts on this concept of opening up the home and letting it be really, I think, a place of refuge, I would hope, for most people that are coming into it.
I think it is. At the beginning was kind of like, okay, this is not exactly what I had envisioned.
Yeah.
But giving up the living room, the dining room for church. But at the same point in time, there's nothing like it. Having people show up on Sunday morning, happy, go lucky, and eager to learn. And yes, it is a lot of work getting it ready every Sunday and every Wednesday, but it's worth every little bit of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we opened up during COVID. We not only had to tidy up the home as
Sanitize.
women, we wanted to look good, but sanitize.
Yeah.
And we did. I mean, we, had the alcohol out, the thermometers out,
Right.
had
The
to
Lysol
make sure-
spray.
and
yeah.
no one in our church family, those coming, fell ill.
Right.
In the beginning, I think towards that second year,
Well, I mean, we've had
when
been
the
sick,
when the
we've had a cold or
flu
whatever the
flu
case is.
season ran around, we had a
Yeah.
flu, but it was crazy.
Yeah. No, it was a daunting task because it's one thing to have maybe a church building and that is sort of that's like an isolated focus. You just have to worry about that building, but
Unlock the door,
on
right?
top of not only worrying about the church building, it's also our home. And while we want this side of the home, the church, to be spick and span and tidy, our
Everything
bathrooms
else
are
has to
open
be.
to our church family. Our kitchen is opened up to our church family.
bedroom.
So
And
yeah, right.
and
The
the
bedroom
bedroom.
where the nursery is and stuff. And so that, I mean, it certainly was an adjustment. But Gracie, did you have something you wanted to add right now?
Yeah.
What is that, Sissy?
She forgot already.
No, let her go.
I hope that the kids have fun at church and building their crafts
Yep.
and just having fun.
Yeah. Do you like having fun at church?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of church?
Listening to you preach.
Okay, that's enough of that nonsense. I know you love building crafts and having fun, right?
Meeting new friends.
Yeah.
And I hope that the new people have fun.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome stuff. I know for me personally, as I look back to, almost by this time 2 years ago, we were ordering hymnals. We were ordering chairs. We were,
Practicing
getting
music.
ready to start the church. The website was being worked on, and I was, and I still am. I was a rookie. I knew nothing about ministry work. I didn't know what it took to be a pastor. I sort of had some biblical guidelines, as Paul told Timothy, which is what I had read a few moments ago. And I had great mentors. I had great people come beside me to encourage me and to support me. But I still felt like it was something that I was uncomfortable with and not used to, and to really look back on these 2 years, and I think again I'm my own worst critic, and I'm the hardest on myself when it comes to my sermons and podcasts and things like that. But I will say that I do believe that I've been able to hone in on and sharpen my preaching style and my preaching technique, and really to grow. And this has been my primary thing, is really just to grow in the Word of God. And it's my desire, whether I'm doing a podcast like this, is I kind of expand upon maybe what I preached on Sunday when I get to this platform on Tuesdays, or whatever it may be. I take very seriously what I do, and I don't want to first of all, I don't want to let the Lord down. I don't want to disappoint Him. But I do know people are listening. I do know people are watching, and I don't want it to be said of me, or I don't want the reaction to be he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And so I hope that you guys have not only seen me evolve as a pastor and as a preacher, as a teacher, maybe in the ministry, but also hopefully as any father and husband and son should desire, not necessarily they would desire, but they should desire to evolve, in my role here at home as well. I've tried to not let the role of ministry affect, how I am at home as a husband and as a father and as a son. And so I hope that you guys have seen that impact being made as well over these last couple of years, and we'll continue to see that as the years progress. But with that being said, any other comments or thoughts before we wrap this up today about just about the church and the family and the ministry and the dynamic we have here?
Looking forward to episode 200.
Episode 200. Well, it's taken almost 2 years to get to 100, so y'all are going to be waiting for a while for episode 200. I'll tell you that right now. So, kiddos, anything else you want to add or say? No? Lily, you've said enough.
I don't know. I see those wheels spinning.
You got anything? No, I didn't think so. Mama?
No,
Nothing?
I'm good. It's just, I think we've all grown during this last couple of years with the church, and changed, and all good.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, let me wrap it up. Don't forget, Wednesday night we have our midweek Bible study at 7 p.m., continuing the parables of Jesus. And of course, our Sunday morning worship service taking place right here, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. We will be starting John chapter 4 this Sunday. Looking forward to diving into that. Listen, folks, if you don't know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, or if you want more information on how you can do that, or even if I can just pray for you, head on over to our website, www.revchurchcv.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll find my contact information there, or you can just leave me a message. Thank you so much for tuning in to Revelation Communication, our 100th episode. I'm Solomon Stewart. That's Leslie. That's Grace. That's Jake. That's Lily. That's Karen. That's Asia. We'll talk to you later.